for waiting for us today. I know we have been with you since the time this tragedy struck us, and we would like to apologize. We were supposed to be here right in the morning. Today we were meeting with the parents of the victims of the fire disaster which fell on us. The parents came, the relatives, we have been able to meet with them, and since the morning they have been able to be processed by the DCI. As you know, those bodies which were taken from the site were beyond recognition. They need a very, very specialized processing so that we can be able to account for everybody. At the moment, I would like to state that we have been able to account for all the boys who are in that dormitory. As you know, we are 164. And here in this hospital, the bodies which were brought here are 16. 16 in number? 19. Oh, 19. Oh, 19. Sorry, 19. And unfortunately, we lost 2 in the various hospitals mahali walipelekwa. Leo nasema tuko na apology kwa sababu tungekuwa na wasasi asubuhi. We were supposed to be within this process since morning. But in the morning, we under the implementation committee, as you know, I chair the disaster management committee for that fire disaster, together with the governor Nyeri County. We were in the meeting in the morning, together with the committee. We have been able to plan for everything. You know, we are planning through up to the end of this exercise, whereby we shall be able to lay wenzetu manyumbani kwao. The government will take care of all the expenses in kind, medical expenses, and also all the burial expenses. Today we were dealing with all the aspects of the management of the crisis which befell us. I would like to thank all the stakeholders who ambao tumekuwa now since this is tragedy struck us. We had a lot of people, a lot of support, a lot of sympathies. As you know, yesterday we were in interdenominational prayer meeting also whereby we connected with the members of the community. And I would like to assure you that we are progressing well. Ningependa kusema pole sana kwa wale wasasi na wale relatives ambao wamekuja leo, wale ambao wameweza kuathirika kwa hii mkasa. So the government will be with them throughout, up to the burial sites, up to the burial day. And you know, even at the moment, we want also to reorganize the school. As you know, there are exams which are coming very, very soon, especially KPSEA Standard 6. We need to bring normalcy to the school. We need to bring the pupils back to school as soon as possible. That is what we were organizing today. And everything is okay. Na tunasema pole sana kwa kila mmoja ambaye aliathirika.
Yes. Question.
Yeah? You know, the school at the moment the school is a crime scene, and we shall give the DCI team some time so that when they are through, then we shall be able to assess the school, and other development progress will be carried out in terms of the management of the coming of the schools.
How long
opening of the school?
The last time we heard from government, 17 children were still missing. When were these children accounted for, and are they still part of the ones that had been brought here?
As you know, we are the team which was tracing right from the scene there, especially our Red Cross team, the national government team, especially the chiefs, were with that Red Cross team, and we have been able to account for everybody. All the parents have been reached, and now we are okay as far as the missing, those who are missing are concerned. So we can be able to account for everybody and be assured that everybody has been traced as of today.
How long will the process of identification of bodies take?
The process of identification of the body, I think that one is the mandate of the DCI. We and the team here, we are the one who is concerned. I think those are the ones who will be able to tell us how long it will take, but they are doing everything possible to make sure that as soon as possible we have come to the end of this matter. because we want also to know the real cause of this fire has to be known. And I think we shall give them time so that investigations can continue, so that we can know the real cause of the fire towards the end.
When I see parents, teachers, and the community as large, they are being frustrated by the remarks that are coming from the authorities, such as we give them time, there's a need for a conclusive investigations, but also there's a concern that this information to bring conclusion over the entire incident is taking way too long. When you say that investigations are ongoing by the DCI, who are the persons of interest, and when are we likely to see this come to an end? Because those involved are very frustrated. Victims as well, they are saying that this delay is actually adding pain to them.
You are also aware that when this transient struck, then this year in the quarters right from Nairobi, they were by 8 a.m. the following day, they were on the site, and they have not even slept. They have been continuing with the evidence there, and you can see the progress. If you see us today here, then you can realize the progress which they have taken, and they have been quick. So we shall give them time. This is a very, very technical aspect of it, and we don't want to go wrong. That is why they have to be given time so that they can complete the investigations in time. Let me give you opportunity to the governor, because he is the co-chair for this committee which is managing this crisis. And we started our meeting today. That's why you can see we were with him. We were chairing that committee, the management committee, and we shall be with you up to the end. Thank you.
Thank you, RC. Like the RC has said, we have made very good progress, because today we have embarked on the scientific process of DNA matching, and clearly we all understand that this is a scientific process which has to take some time, not necessarily a lot of time, but we must allow so that there is no room for error, because we are not talking about figures, numbers, we are talking about human beings. And this is why we have insisted that everything be done according to the book. And so as we stand here, number one, I want to also confirm that we have been able to reconcile all the figures. We do not have a single missing child. We know where those that are with their parents. We know those that are in hospital. We are well aware of the bodies that we have. So on this matter, I would want to say that yes, we have now been able to establish the whereabouts of the indeed 164 boys who were supposed to be in the dorms.
Governor,
I am not finished. Kindly let me finish. Having said that, I would also want to pass my condolences to the parents who we are glad today are very strong. They have been here. They have gone through that process themselves. And I would want to say that a number of them have expressed a lot of concern with the way we are banding and doing things on social media, and it's hurting them. They have asked us to ask everyone, even those who use phones, those who use cameras, those who try to do all the kind of things, that please wear a human face as you report, as you indicate, as you do your social media, as you browse, as you do whatever you do. They have humbly requested you, please remember, those numbers, those figures represent their children. They are mourning, they are hurting. Kindly, as a country, we plead with you, tafadhalini, let us have humanity in ourselves. Let us think about these parents who are grieving. And some of them are grieving. They have not yet been able to identify their own children. And therefore, they are still in a mourning period. And my prayer to all of us is that, please, for heaven's sake, let us be objective. Let us not be subjective in our reporting. Let us also not be careless. whoever it is, hata wale ambao wanafanya social media, tafadhalini, wazazi wametuomba, tuwaombe kwa heshima, tafadhalini, mambo ya kuweka picha ambazo hazifai, kuandika mambo ambayo hayafai, huu sio wakati wa kusukumiana na kulaumiana. Tuko sote katika majonzi, kila mmoja ameguzwa na jambo hili. Watoto zaidi ya 20 sio watoto wachache, na kwa hivyo tunawaombeni tuweze kuendeleza. Ningetaka pia niseme katika mkutano wetu wa leo ambao tuliweza kuwa na RC na kamati ambao ni andalizi, kuna mambo ambao pengine tunasahau ambao ni lazima tuyaangalie. Tunazingatia sana kufunguliwa kwa shule ile, kwa sababu kuna wanafunzi ambao kama alivyosema RC watafanya mtihani wa darasa la 6 kufikia tarehe 28 mwezi huu. Basi kuna haja kwa haraka sana tuweze kujaribu kufungua shule ile, lakini itabidi kwanza DCI aweze kukamilisha utafiti na upelelezi wake vizuri, na baada ya hapo kama kamati pia tumekokota mzigo wa kwamba katika lile bweni kulikuwa zaidi ya watoto 140 na walikuwa 160, lakini 143 tayari vitabu vyao, nguo zao na vitu vingine pia vimeungua mle ndani, na ni lazima tufikirie njia ya kuwarejeshea vile vifaa ndipo waweze kurudi shuleni. Kwa hivyo kuna mengi ambayo yametendeka, sio haya tu tunayangalia, pia bado mnaona tukimaliza utafiti huu sharti tena tupange mazishi ya wale watoto wote ambao wametoka kila sehemu ya taifa hili. Kazi ni ngumu iliyo mbele, lakini tunashukuru Mungu tutaweza kuifanya kwa sote kwa pamoja. Kwa hivyo ningetaka nieleze tu kwamba kama serikali zote mbili za county na ya serikali kuu tunaendelea kushirikiana kwa karibu sana, hasa katika kuendeleza utafiti huu na pia kuandaa mipango hii. Na ningetaka nisisitize kama alivyosema RC kwamba serikali zitagharamia hasara zote ambazo tutaweza kuzipata, iwe kama ni mambo ya mazishi, iwe kama ni kujaribu kuwarejesha wale wanafunzi katika shule. Yale mambo yote tumeyajadili na tumepewa hakikisho na serikali kuu kwamba yatatekelezwa, na siwezi nikamaliza pasipo kuishukuru serikali kuu kwa sababu ya kushirikiana nasi katika county katika mambo haya, na niseme kwamba tutaendelea kufanya tuwezavyo, na waombeni nyote tushirikiane tuwe wamoja. Pengine swali lako sasa.
Yes. How do we stop such tragedies from happening again? What processes are in place already?
In our meeting today, we indeed agreed that rules and regulations exist. Our major challenge has been implementation and enforcement of the same. And we said already, I have given instructions to my Department of Public Health to ensure that within the next 2 weeks, we have done a thorough inspection of all boarding schools in Nyeri County and made recommendations as they should be done. If we find that any are not meeting the necessary requirements and regulations, then we will have to assist them to do the same. That is one of our commitments. But having said that, I want all of us to understand that we have also requested and asked all organizations, including this hospital, that we must be performing fire drills. A fire drill is a mock where you practice what would happen if a fire came, because we realize that had there been mocks like that in schools or something, it would not have been where we are. But unfortunately, we are learning too late. But going forward, that is one of the things that we must implement. Fire drills in the market, and as a county, we are soon going to be going around here, come to this place, go to the market, make a false alarm, you know, so that we are able to train our people. That is something that must be done. And I would want to encourage, considering you have seen so many fires over the last 2-3 days, that this is a matter that should be done by everyone, and we engage the ministry, because what is taught in school remains in our minds. Seth?
Governor,
Yeah.
thank you so much for your update. What would be done in terms of, even as a committee, you're recommending the resumption of learning at hillside, but what are kind of the preparations you're going to put in place? Because even if that particular area, affected area, is no longer, a scene of crime, but also there's the psychological aspect of it. You're talking about learners who are very there and witnessed all that happened. How will they be cautioned, from such horrific memories? Thank
you very, very much. All of us, and I even pity you who are the journalists, went through that trauma. All of us have indeed. I remember even the Deputy President shedding a tear as he was praying. Myself, it has also not been easy. We do understand. One of the problems we have now is that we have KIPSEA, a standard 6 exam that you cannot, times and seasons do not allow us, deadlines cannot allow us to transfer those kids now. So the first thing is to really walk in and ensure they do the exam in whichever way they will. Even if it means using other parts of the school, we have to do something. At the same time, we have another, remember this school had 800 pupils, 824. They must continue learning. And so this is something we are going to address, even if it means moving that dorm away from that place and doing that. Let me not even give details, but the point is we are conscious and aware of that fact that you are raising, that place is traumatic, not even for them, even for ourselves, for our teachers, for everyone. So we will have to work around it humanly. And we are also not, we are saying, nobody will be forced to go back to that school, clearly. If a parent feels that it is something that the child, they would not even, because I remember as we were talking to some of the parents, they have even told us, don't try to hold a memorial there. We don't want to go back there. So we understand and we will do everything possible to accommodate everybody. But we must remind everybody that we have KIPSEA that must be done, and then we can progress. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah? Gikuyu. Oh my. Maundu mau mothe ndauga na Gikuyu. Okay, gatukiuga na kurenga hanini. Nitasema tu kwa Gikuyu.